So do you view AI as an opportunity or a threat?
It's both. Absolutely both.
How so?
Okay, so opportunity, of course, is what I've just been talking about, that assistance to the production, being able to allow you to produce more faster so that you can get to your audience as fast as possible in the different places that they are, and being able to take all these complexities of the production and shrink it down into just one person that is being able to actually achieve all of this. The dangers, of course, are what we're seeing every day. We're getting close to an election. We are seeing AI-generated content coming out here that is falsifying some of the things or misrepresenting a lot of content. The ability for AI to allow you to produce a lot of content very, very quickly en masse also means that, and the first people that always take on new technology are bad actors, people that want to do something mischievous with it. Vizrt is the company that is going to create software that allows anybody to be able to tell their visual story, their video story. Everything from being able to produce a live production for large broadcasts down to the individual web streamer, and being able to add in things such as custom graphics, having the ability to switch between things using cameras, having NDI to be able to bring in various different sources, everything that you need for your small live production to the larger productions.
Can I think of just like After Effects, or is it something different?
I think of After Effects as a post-production tool. So this is where, you're going to be editing your video, you're adding visual effects, and you're rendering out a clip. What we do is live. So what we really care about is how you're going to bring your live story to your audience. If you're going to go to YouTube, TikTok, or any other streaming channel, there is, of course, the viability of creating content that is pre-produced, recorded, but we want to think about it as a full live production.
Am I buying software from you, or am I buying hardware, or what am I getting?
It depends on what you're looking for. So we have a new product called the TriCaster Mini S. And this is software that you download from Vizrt.com, and you put it onto your hardware box. And you have a choice of different hardware boxes that you can choose from like HP or Lenovo that support this. And then you download the software, and it's yours. You pay a monthly subscription for it, and you have everything that you need to produce a live production.
So what have you got that's new?
Yeah, so the TriCaster Mini S is one of the new things that we've just announced. It is taking the TriCaster line of products, and TriCasters come in many different scales. We've had the TriCaster Mini as the smaller scale that we've had before, which comes in a box that we build for you, and then that gives you 4 to 8 channels, depending on the flavor of TriCaster you buy, for live production switching. Now the TriCaster Mini S is taking that into the software world so that you have the option of using whatever hardware that you want to use for this. And it makes it a lot more flexible for you to be able to define what your workflow is going to be. You still have all the great inputs. You have a TriCaster, so you have a tool that you can start up and use very, very quickly and easily. And the thing about the TriCaster line too is because it does scale, where we have 44 input TriCasters that large TV stations are using, the workflow is exactly the same. So as you're getting used to your TriCaster Mini S, you're also learning how all the other TriCasters work so that you can grow your career with the TriCaster.
One of the terms that you mentioned is NDI.
Yes.
What's NDI, and how do you distinguish it from, say, ST2110?
Both NDI and 2110 are IP protocols, and for basically being able to have video over a network. And ST2110 is fantastic, especially it's great if you're going to be doing things like live sports for like the Super Bowl or NASCAR or any other major sporting event. NDI is going to be giving you an affordable way to be able to have discoverable video on your network. And this is going to allow you to take any of the cameras that you're using today, and there's a lot of cameras that have native NDI in them, and place that within your network, within your house, or within your production facility. And when you pull up on your TriCaster or another supporting switcher system, it's discoverable there, and it becomes a live source that you can take within your production. And it's free for the individual user. So as a video content creator, you can go to NDI.video and download Vizrt NDI tools, and it's free to use. And then you suddenly have this capability, this ecosystem of sources for your live production within your facility. Now, NDI and 2110 also do work together. So if you have a 2110 infrastructure already in place and you want to be able to have more devices that are quickly discoverable, like camera phones or a laptop or another camera that supports natively NDI, you can have NDI sitting side by side with 2110 to able to bring in those NDI sources into your 2110 infrastructure. But 2110 is a fantastic format, extremely high quality, also expensive. NDI gets you into producing with IP video very quickly and easily and very effortlessly.
Where are you seeing the media market evolving? There's no question it's undergoing change. Where's the evolution taking us?
That's a big question because there's a lot of evolution that's happening at the same time. And I could be touching on AI here. I could be touching on where the end user is getting their content. I don't like saying the word metaverse, but that's also part of the end user side of things as well. Virtual productions. It's transforming a lot right now. But I think what we actually have to take a look at, though, is where is the audience? And no matter what you're producing, you need to understand where your audience is actually going to be consuming that. And this transformation that we're going from all these hardware-based systems to software-based systems is making it easier for the producers to be able to create content that's going to go directly to where their audience actually is. So if I'm a TV station, let's say I'm a TV station in Wichita, Kansas, my audience is going to be partially the people that are watching the 6 o'clock news, but it's also going to be people that are going to the website and trying to find the story of the day, the people that are going to be looking on their phones, and the growing demographic, people watching on TikTok. I'm talking to people now that that are in their mid-20s, and they're getting most of their news from TikTok. They're using TikTok like Google. So we have to be able to reach out to those audiences as well. So the tools have to make it easy for an individual to be able to create content for all those channels nearly simultaneously. And that is a bit of the transformation that we're seeing on the production side. So that software-based part of it is making that possible. But then you have to start thinking about beyond that, the production value of it. How do I get my graphics so they look great on a 4K TV, but also look great on a TikTok stream? And there's things such as device adaptation, where you can have a single set of graphics defined, and whatever your output channel is, it's going to be automatically defined for that output channel. And that is becoming a reality now with HTML5 graphics, with our Viz engine graphics, for instance. So that's coming into play. Then there is, of course, the AI side of things as well. And that is becoming a production assistant. I like to think of AI as the other person in the control room with me that is actually building out the show and producing it live for me, because so many of the systems that we're using today have AI as a backend on machine learning to be able to take all these complex processes and make them simple, but also on the generative side for being able to turn me as a single producer into somebody who can take my script and turn it into something that works for the television news or also for social media channels very, very quickly.
So do you view AI as an opportunity or a threat?
It's both. Absolutely both.
How so?
Okay, so opportunity, of course, is what I've just been talking about, that assistance to the production, being able to allow you to produce more faster so that you can get to your audience as fast as possible in the different places that they are, and being able to take all these complexities of the production and shrink it down into just one person that is being able to actually achieve all of this. The Dangers, of course, are what we're seeing every day. We're getting close to an election. We are seeing AI-generated content coming out here that is falsifying some of the things or misrepresenting a lot of content. The ability for AI to allow you to produce a lot of content very, very quickly en masse also means that, and the first people that always take on new technology are bad actors, people that want to do something mischievous with it. And so you're seeing people that are creating these news farms, story farms, who are just using AI to generate a lot of content and publish it over to many different websites. And this is grabbing different types of attention and also shaping how people perceive different parts of, the economy or for politics. So their AI is dangerous. And there is technology that is working to solve this. You may have seen, I've got this pin here. I'm part of, or Vizrt is part of Project Rainier, which is part of a global alliance of companies that are coming together to create a standard to be able to help verify images and video. It's called the C2PA is the technology that we're working on. And this is a fascinating thing because what it allows you to do is if you are looking at an image on LinkedIn, you may see a little logo on the top of that image that somebody has posted there. If you click on that logo, it looks like this. It's going to give you the provenance of that image. It'll tell you where that image came from. So if it was AI generated, or if it was taken with this specific camera, and if it was attributed to this story. So a journalist in the newsroom, when they are trying to create a story, if they're talking about a war zone is happening somewhere, they pull up their newsroom system. They've got all these war zone photos. They can click on the provenance of that image and say, yes, I know that this image came from this war zone, so I can put that in that story. And that travels all the way down the line to the individual who is reading that news story on their phone to understand, yes, I know that this is an image I can trust from my trusted news source because I have all of this data here telling me exactly where it came from.
What one thought do you want people to keep in mind about Vizrt as we wrap up this interview?
I think what they need to think about with Vizrt is we're more than just graphics. We are giving you everything that you need to be able to tell your video story. And no matter how big or how small your production is, we have the tools there available for you. And we are going to be making sure that you have the best possible experience to be able to tell your video story to your audience and get it to your audience without the need of having big, complex equipment. It's right there at your fingertips and it's easy to use.